sorry for that little abrupt end there. My phone decided to like tap out since it didn't have enough memory. But either way, as I said before, it ended. The recording decided to end. Here is Lego Batman 3. I think it's a good game, but it's less than what I was expecting for this game. I mean, I guess I was expecting better, but I do think in all in all, it's a decent game and worth getting. And then also it's a PlayStation hit, so why not? And then we have Harry Potter, the Lego Harry Potter collection again, but remastered for the PS4. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to add to this other than what I already have said about it. And then there is something for Lego Dimensions. But yeah, I did actually also platinum these two games, but I do think it's worth getting. As I said before, nothing really more to add. Next, Little Nightmares Complete Edition. Not my favorite game, and apparently that is said to jump out. But this is honestly not my favorite game. I just decided to play through the story in this game, and I honestly am not a huge fan of this game. Then we have Lego DC Super Villains for the PS4, and as I said, I don't really have anything else to add to this game either, but I do think it's a good game. Yeah, and just a little side story, I had to like restart a new save file on this game on the PS4 here due to a bug that said that I didn't have a character that I already had in the game. So yeah, and I was at 99.7% completion. So yeah, that's sad. But either way, next up here is Lego 2K Drive. In my opinion, the worst Lego game that I've ever played. Like, you don't even... This is so bad, in my opinion. You're just in a flipping vehicle the entire time, and it's just annoying to play. I completed the story and didn't just got all of the trophies for like the main story, nothing else. And then we have the next game here is Marvel Avengers Deluxe Edition. So yeah, don't you dare use that code. It's mine. Next up here is as you can see, I did like actually get this game because it's a game that I want to play, and I have not played it yet, but I'm going to in the future. And then we have another Lego game who's here, Lego City Undercover. Played through this entire game, and it's a game that I can recommend getting since it's a Lego game, and I think it's a good Lego game and somewhat funny at times as well. And the next 3 games, now there's only 3 games left, and the next one is Tokyo Ghoul Ray Call to Exist. And this, I know this might be controversial, but I personally really loved playing this game, and I do really like this entire franchise. I have not read the last remaining issues of the original like series, and then I have not read this like the sequel if you can call it that. And I've only watched one episode of the anime, but either way, this game, I think it's a 10 out of 10, a really good game that's worth getting. And as we can see, 2 games left, which both are hits, and the next one is The Last of Us Remastered. This is a game that I find really good, and I do think it's that you should buy it if you find it. And I personally have really fun playing this game. More like I had fun playing it, and it's an emotional game. And all I can say to it about it is, wow. And my last PS4 game here is God of War 2018. I have not finished playing this game either, but from what I have played, it's very good. It's really good, and I know about this. It came like this when I ordered it, but either way, I'm glad to have this game in the collection. And the next games are actually for the PS3, and we start here with Skylanders Superchargers. I'm glad to have it, and now I just have, and now I have all 3 different versions of Skylanders Superchargers: the racing version, the Wii U version, and the PS3 version, and the regular version of the game. And then, as you can see here, I have 2 copies of Lego Dimensions. But the thing is, this one came with the starter pack that I bought online, and I kind of wanted to keep it in the box, and then I bought this one second hand. Either way, glad to have it. And then the next one is Call of Duty Black Ops, that I'm also glad to own. And as you can see, quite a nice disc, and then some more card games on the back on that one. Have not really played it, and as you can see, we have that one. And before we move on to the next PS3 game, I forgot to show the disc on Dimensions, but either way, there was that. And the next game is GTA 5 again. Don't have anything else to add to that. The next game is Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for the PS5. And I have not played this game yet either, but I'm glad to have it, since it's a game that I wanted to have. And the same goes for Spider-Man 2, which is also on the PS5. So yeah, there we have that. Next up is actually my PS2 games. Black, nothing. Good game. I mean, I've only played it a little, but from what I have played, it's good. Then we have Odin Sphere, which is this game. This one is, I'm going to get around to playing this game at some point, and some more games is right there, and some other stuff right there in that manual and the back side. And most of these games I haven't played, and the ones I have played I don't remember that much about. So yeah. The next game was Shadow Hearts from the New World, and the Snow Queen quest comes after that. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say since I haven't played the game yet. which I'm going to get around to doing. Falling Stars comes after the Snow Queen quest. Yeah, these look like very good and intriguing games, and there's that again, which you can just do that. And after that, Falling Stars comes Yakuza Fury, which is just basically a mafia game. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to really get demonetized here. I mean, I don't really even earn cash here on YouTube, I just do it for fun. But either way, that's besides the point for this video. It looks like a somewhat interesting game that I am going to play like a lot of others. Phantasy Star Universe, Ambition of Illimus. Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. I mean, this looks interesting to play, I guess. And then we obviously have Diabolic, the original sin. Looks also interesting to see. Bit of some stuff there. And then the back. Grandia 2 looks also somewhat interesting to play. Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to play these games eventually. Growlancer, Heritage War. Now this game looks extremely interesting to play, to me at least. Yeah, this looks like a game that I could really enjoy playing. And then the next games here are Bakugan Battle Brawlers, Disney Bolt, this is GeForce, Spyro Enter the Dragonfly Platinum, and Iron Man video game. But I don't remember much from these games, other than the fact that I enjoyed playing them. And yeah, that's like pretty much all I remember from these games. And I'm still just going to go through them like this. You can like see a little. As you can see, we have 4 different languages right there, which is like a basic thing on most, either 1 through 4. And as you can see, a nice platinum disc, Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. And then Iron Man, the video game. Yeah. As I said, from what I can remember from these games, they're good. Next up here is actually my games for the Xbox 360, and we begin with Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, which I have just say the same things as I said about the game in part 1. We say like that. It was meant to be 2 parts. We say that. So either way, I just don't really have anything else new to add to this game. Then we have Disney Infinity 3.0. I do have the 360, but no, I'm just missing 1 cable to be able to play my games on it, which is sad. But either way, here's the back, and these games looks interesting enough for me to play. And either way, next up here is Halo 3, which, this is somewhat nice to own this game. So yeah, now we move on to, here we have Black Ops again, which I have both Black Ops for 360 and PS3, nothing to add other than that it looks interesting. And then we have here NHL 10. Just looks like something I could play from time to time. And yeah, don't really have anything else to add there. And that's like the same for all of the NHL games that I own. And then here we have a double pack with Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures and Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, I just bought this one because I thought it was just the Lego Indiana Jones, and as you can see here, we have both discs for the games, and then manual for both of the games with this little thing for Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. So yeah, now we move on to Assassin's Creed 3. I completely forgot about that I owned this. My bad. But as I said, I have not really can't really play these games since I don't have some missing one cable for the 360. But it looks interesting. And next up is Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, which is like, I think, based on the movie at World's End. But yeah, I just bought this one because it's Pirates of the Caribbean, and I mean, it could be fun. Who knows? And next up is Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now, I bought all of these three: Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Assassin's Creed 3, and Revelations at the same time, but they all look interesting. Nothing more to add to NHL 12, which is the next my last Xbox 360 game. And on the topic of Xbox, the next game is premium edition of GTA 5 for the Xbox One, which is still in its original packaging. And my second and last PS3 game is Xbox One game is NHL 21. Have nothing else to add to that than what I said about my previous NHL games. And then I have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for the original Xbox. And yeah, a nice discs, and then with a manual, and it's little destroyed here in the top corners, which is sad, but I bet it's still worth something. And now we're on the home stretch of my game collection, which the next one is, these last ones are the PC games. And this one is, the first one is Lego Creator Harry Potter, which that I think is worth quite a bit. And as we can see, I also have Star Wars Battlefront, which I can't really play these PC games, but there's something that I want to. These are like the ones I got that I want to play and looked interesting. So both Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, nice. And next up is Lara Croft Tomb Raider Legend. Yeah, as you can see, some movies, some more games right there. Then we have the disc, and we have these this back. And then the next game is Dragon Age Origins Awakening Plus expansion pack. So yeah, I do actually have another Dragon Age game coming right up once I'm done with this game. Yeah, looks interesting to play. Then, as I said, the next game is Dragon Age 2. Right there. So yeah, looks interesting and sounded interesting to play. Then we have Battlefield Vietnam. So yeah, this is... Ooh, I did not notice that. So as we can see, here's that. And then we have this, the disc is there. And then we have apparently 2 more. If I can get it out. Ooh, yeah. Disc Battlefield Vietnam, disc 3. That was this disc 2. And it seems like disc 1 and 2 have switched places, as disc 1 here, which is here, was in this one. So I'm going to quickly just switch these two, and then we are going to move on to the next game, which is Steel Division Nomad 44. And yeah, as we can see, multiple discs here as well. Looked interesting, so that's why I bought it. Don't really have anything else to add to that. And then we come to World of Warcraft, and I'm just going to check there. As we can see, this just looked interesting, so I was just intrigued to buy World of Warcraft. Why? I don't know. And then the next game is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Call of Duty game, and then 2 discs here as well. And there's the back. I mean, it seemed kind of interesting. Next is Mists of Pandaria expansion set for the World of Warcraft. And yeah, here is that, and the back. That was, you can pause if you want to read it. Yeah, and then there is obviously this opening here, and here is that, and then disc with disc, and now I'm just going to put this one back in like this box, and I personally flip. Now I'm just have to do that and try and put this one back in, which I did beautifully. And the next one is actually another expansion set for World of Warcraft, which is Wrath of the Lich King. And it was just another, it was cheap to be where I found them. It was cheap too, so I just bought them because of that and the fact that they had World of Warcraft. And then game of the last PC game is Call of Duty 2, game of the year. So yeah, that was all of my PC games. But before we end this video, this two-part video, I'm actually going to get my Nintendo Switch here and just do that, and we go to groups and download games. As we can see, I have Pokemon Quest, YouTube, Crush, which is just another game, Light Seekers, the demo version of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon TV, Super Kirby Clash, Power Wash Simulator DLC, Kitten Squad, Pokemon Cafe Remix, and the Pokemon Home and Unite and Cafe. I haven't played it, I don't know how long. Twitch, which is basically useless here on the Switch since it doesn't work, and the same goes for TV since it's shut down. And then all Switch Online for the Nintendo 64, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Super Nintendo SNES and the NES. And then we have the Survivalists demo, Escapists 2, MK11 Ultimate with DLC and everything like that, Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX demo, Untitled Goose Game, Stick Fight, Among Us, Ninjago movie video game, Miraculous Rise of the Sphinx, Spirit of the North, Aragami Shadow Edition, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Star Wars The Force Unleashed. So that, people, was my game collection March 2025, and I see you all in the next video of whatever I put out. See you then.